A lot of mediums will second guess, be like, oh, am I thinking that? Or have I been given that?
Yes.
So I can use hypnosis to make it so you're not second guessing, you're confident in your skill of what you can do. Giving you that confidence to go up there and be like, yeah, I know I can do this. And when you've got that confidence, that nervous energy, that block, that spiritual block is going to disappear. If you get me. So that's one thing we can do. Just make you feel good about yourself. You can do it, and you know you can do it. You just second guess yourself, and that's with everything in life. You second guess, don't you? And also, when you're if you are in hypnosis, you can get messages through spirit quite easily. If you are a mediumship, if you're a medium and you're tuned in, because I always find that with hypnosis, you tend to go deeper than you would with meditation. And as you know, with meditation, that is when spirit will come and you can get messages pretty easily if you are open to it. But with hypnosis, we can take you down to that deep level of hypnosis. That way, and also give you suggestions that spirit can come in and give you messages.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm really excited today because we are looking at a different subject completely. We've never had this on the channel at all. My guest today is Hayley Adams. Hi Hayley, welcome to the channel.
Hiya.
Now, you're a hypnotherapist. Now, we've never touched on this subject before, and we're really excited to get going. But can you tell us a little bit what inspired you to go down that route with hypnotherapy?
A little bit. Well, it's a long story.
Okay.
But what inspired me was I was always spiritual from a child. Always believed in spirits around. Went to see quite a few mediums. But it only really kicked off when I lost my mum in 2021. Before my mum died, she had a bit of a harsh life with my brother. My brother was a drug addict. So he was quite abusive to her. And she also had kidney failure. She smoked. So she had a bit of everything going on. So she went downhill pretty quick in 2021. And I just remember being by her bed as she was about to die. And we knew she was going to go. But she basically said, Mum. And I went, "No, it's Hayley." And she went, "No, Mum." So in that moment, I knew that her mum had come down and got her. Yeah. And the whole room it just felt so peaceful, so calm at that point. Even though she was dying, it was like a calm moment. And then literally probably about 5 minutes later, she died. And this was after 12 hours. She took 12 hours to finally go. So yeah, so that was, and then I was like, wow, So after that, I used spiritual stuff to get me through the grief of her. One of the moments was just before her funeral. She loved Simply Red. Well, anyway, just before her funeral, on the day of her funeral, I woke up singing that song that goes, that song, Simply Red for Your Babies. Do you believe in anything? That one. And I hadn't heard that song at all, ages. I hadn't heard that song. And I was like, she'd give me that song in my head just before her funeral to say, you're all right, you're going to be fine. And I was like, this is amazing, really. And from that time, I was looking for signs from her all the time, as you do, being spiritual yourself, they're around. So I was looking for signs. So another thing I said to her, as you do, and Mum, send me a white feather, or any feather. A feather that I wouldn't know, it wouldn't just be a bird feather by the door. So I woke up the next morning and I was like, no feather. So I was a bit annoyed, like, where are you? And then, how dare you, spirit, not give me what I want? So I picked my son up from school and I done a little race with him back from school. And all of a sudden he tripped over. And just as he tripped, this massive white feather was right in front of him. And I was like, how, like, what? So it was just this weird thing that happened. Also, the Christmas after she died, we were unwrapping our presents and the most amazing big white feather was on the floor right by the presents. So I believe she has been with me. But now I feel like she's distanced herself a bit because she knows I'm okay. She knows I'm good. So that happened. And then I joined a spiritual church and started going to circle. And I honestly feel that going to circle at the spiritualist church at the beaches saved me. I was in a very, very dark place. That, as well as hypnotherapy, really helped me. So I
Yeah.
started to go there. And then what happened was my brother, 5 months later, he died as well. So through drugs and stuff. So basically I was there and I had to be that person to say, turn the life support machine off. So when that happened, I knew obviously he'd gone, and he was only 35. My mum was only 61 when she died. So they were both quite young. Pretty tragic, really. But
Yes.
but it was different. When turning Kyle's life support machine off, I could feel presence around him. I could feel this energy. I could feel more like I wasn't as emotional as I was with my mum. I was still obviously emotional, but I also felt everything around me. So I could
Okay.
feel the spirits being there to take him. And it was the most calm and peaceful, just lovely. And I knew my mum, even though Kyle gave her loads of shit in her life. I mean, he ran her down, but you know what addicts are like. It's once they need their fix, they're going to go and get their fix wherever they can get it or get money, however. But she still loved him.
Yeah.
So what happened was she and her mum come back and got Kyle. So I sort of made a joke saying, you literally just had 5 months without him, mum, and you got him back again,
Yeah.
And which is true, she's probably
Yeah.
thinking, oh, God's sake, but there was a love there. The mother and son bond was there. And I don't know if you remember, but you brought her through when you come and done a medium talk
I
at the
did.
beaches. And do you
Yeah.
remember Kyle, my brother, got in your car the day before and offered you a joint? Do you remember
Yeah.
that one?
Yes,
I
I
was
do.
like, so yeah.
Yes.
And when he come through and the things he said through you.
Sorry, can I put that
Yeah,
in
of course
context? He wasn't actually here though, because people might think
no.
he was getting in my car every day. No, he wasn't here. There was a young man that got in my car. I could see him in my mind's eyes, sitting next to me. So yeah, I did wonder who he was for. So sorry, carry on, Hayley. I interrupted.
So that was weird. Yeah, that did sound wrong that you just pick up
Yeah.
random men, which is a bit weird, but
Yeah. Yeah.
if that's your thing.
This is getting worse.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so basically, you told me that you had someone in your mind's eye come in and offer you a joint, and I
Yeah.
was like, I can take that, and you were just like looking at me like, okay, and then all the stuff come in, and you were so accurate with what you said, like he was there with you, like he wanted to give me this message of now he's sorry, he feels bad about what what he'd done, and basically he knows that he contributed to my mum's death. And his own death, it was such a waste. So that happened. So what happened? I mean, do you want me to carry on or do you want to?
No, please carry on. Please carry on.
Okay, so what happened after that is I went through a real bad time in my life of grief. I went to spiritual church. I was channeling my energy through that, which was really good. But I noticed also what I was doing is I was chasing my next fix, my next high. So I was like booking holidays, going out, and then being really high and then coming on a down.
Yeah.
So it happened for a while. It was that dopamine fix. Once I got the dopamine, the down would be horrible, the depression. But at the time, I didn't realise that I was depressed because no one really realises they're depressed. So what happened was I booked a holiday to Benidorm and with my friends, and there was a hypnotist, a stage hypnotist going on in Benidorm. And I was like, oh my God, I really want to see this stage hypnotist. Like, this sounds amazing. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go. And then I volunteered to be hypnotized, as you do. And it was like the most surreal, amazing experience of my life. It was just brilliant. And then I thought to myself, I need to learn about this.
Yeah.
And then my ADHD hyperfixation brain was going, what can I learn? More stuff about hypnosis.
Yeah.
So then I then found a hypnotist and I arranged to have a stage show in my hometown. And then I was like, well, this ain't really enough. Well, that was brilliant, but I needed to find a hypnotist to help me because I knew what hypnotherapy did on stage, but I didn't know what hypnotherapy did therapeutically. So I found a man called Carl Smith. He won't mind me saying this on here. And he basically save me from myself. He gave me therapy to basically clear all the crap that was going on in my head, you know,
Yeah.
all the different things that had gone on and made me change perspective of things
Yeah.
that happened. So he really helped me. I had one session with him and I felt like, wow, this is amazing. So then I had to learn it. So I ended up going on courses, learning it, getting clients, practicing on clients. Yeah, and this is where I am now, basically going on from course to course. And now I help clients with weight loss, anxiety, stress. I do addiction, stop smoking, just lots of different things, plus obviously past life regression as well. So that's where I am now. So that's basically my story-ish. So there you go.
Brilliant. But you've got forgive me for saying this, you've got a reputation already that you are becoming very well sought after.
Oh,
And
thank you.
yeah, absolutely. And you've also started to do stage hypnosis
Yeah.
as well,
Yeah.
which is not an easy thing to do. And a lot of people are very interested in what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you seem to be becoming very popular. But there's two sides to this. And it's interesting that hypnotherapy is a very valuable tool to help heal people. And you touched on that help to heal you. So can we look at that ourselves? Because we all have our busy minds. We all have a lot of stuff, baggage that we're carrying from. So let's put it this way. Let me ask you a question. If I was to come to you, I've got all this stuff going on in my head. How can you help me, Hayley?
So I don't need to know what you've got going on in your head. You know, what it is personal to you. If the client wants to tell me what's going on, that's fine. I'll let them tell me. So what I do in every session, I do something called an emotional detox. Okay, this emotional detox is probably the most powerful thing I do. I will get someone into that lovely relaxed state of hypnosis. I'll get them as deep as I can go. Some people don't go as deep on the first time. They tend to, the next time we go into hypnosis, they'll go deeper and deeper. So I tend to go in hypnosis for 10-15 minutes, take them out 10-15 minutes, so they'll go deeper each time. So what happens is I do something called an emotional detox, and this allows the client to let go of whatever it is that's stuck subconsciously in that mind. Because although everyone has issues and they think they know what the issue is, but the issue is never the issue. It's never the issue. It's always what they're perceiving is always the symptom. The symptoms coming out of the actual buried issue that's in there. And it could be something that's happened to them as a child. It could be something as trivial as dropping their ice cream as a kid. It could be grief. It could be, I don't know, maybe they didn't have food very much when they were growing up. They lived in a poor house. It could literally be anything.
Yeah.
And normally, what people let go of, they've not thought about that thing for a long time, or they've thought about it because something has triggered it.
Yeah.
So I delve deep in that subconscious mind. It's like your conscious mind is asleep and that subconscious mind is completely open and awake. And you are so hyper focused as well. When you are in hypnosis, you are focused on what I'm telling you and what the hypnotist is telling you. So you can make those changes. So yeah, because 90% of what we do in our everyday life is subconscious. And as you know, with mediumship, you use that subconscious mind more as well. Yeah, 90% of what we do. Your ABCs is on like your logical brain is your right hemisphere, and your left hemisphere is your subconscious. So your ABCs 1, 2, 3s, and your subconscious mind does everything else.
Wow.
So.
Wow. Okay, I'm just trying to process this and keep up with you at the same time. Your passion
Sorry.
your passion comes out, and it's really, it's great. It's a credit to you, your passion. You're very passionate about this, and it is an amazing tool for healing, for helping people. And I love that word, emotional detox. I think that's brilliant.
It is the most powerful technique I do, and I tell you the shifts I have in people. And I also use like a kinetic energies where I pull out like trauma, pull out hurt, whatever it is that they're holding in, because you hold stuff all over your body as well. You hold tension, hurt, pain, whatever it is. I can get that out as well through hypnosis.
See, I personally believe that a lot of that pain then manifests into something more lower energy, like a cancer, that kind of thing, or even a fibromyalgia, affecting the immune system, that kind of thing. So a lot of the stuff is deep rooted.
Yeah, it is. People don't know how to get over it. They are stuck. They don't know how to, especially like fibromyalgia and me as well. People are stuck in that mindset, and they're just trapped. You know, they want to go out for the walk, but they haven't got the energy to go out for the walk to clear their mind. So that's why hypnosis is very good for that sort of thing. It can help them clear their mind a little bit more.
Yeah, because I do wonder with like fibromyalgia whether that's a blanket term for a lot of things that are happening with the immune system, but they don't know what the root cause is.
Right, and they'll just put it under that, yeah.
Yeah, so modern medicine just deals with, we've got something, let's put it as fibromyalgia, because it affects the joints and everything else. So potentially then it's potentially trauma that's within the emotion.
And when you're feeling trauma in your head, okay, something's happened to you, as you know, you've had trauma, you had your brain tumor. So you know that when you've got something that's happened to you and you've got to get over that, it literally affects your whole body. Your whole body feels it, you know?
So, absolutely. From my perspective with the tumor, though, I actually felt that I was very lucky, touch wood. I was lucky. I felt I had a second chance at life. But that changed my perspective on life massively. And I can't imagine what it would have been if I'd have been disabled or made disabled with it. I don't know where I would have been emotionally. But even a slight shift like that was a massive thing in my life, and it influenced myself. So, gosh, we got a lot to talk about, Hayley.
I know. I think we'll be fine. 45 minutes easy.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you though, seriously. So I know we touched on this earlier before we came live, and there'll be lots and lots of people that are interested in mediumship that watch the channel. It's got to be asked because truly, I mean, science still doesn't know how consciousness exists. They still haven't found what creates consciousness. And I interviewed a lovely lady from the ICU Academy where children are blindfolded, and they're blindfolded between the ages of 6 and 12. It works then, and they start to see outside of the body, which really kind of proves that consciousness is outside of the body. It's not just in the mind, in the head. I wanted to ask, from a medium perspective, do you think hypnosis could help with a connection? So a lot of mediums, they struggle with doubt and worry about, have I got this right? I wish I could have a stronger connection with mediumship. I wish I could hear them better. What I'm trying to ask is there any way hypnosis could help me become a better medium, to connect me easier with?
Yes, yeah, there is. So one thing is, we can, with hypnosis, it can make you more confident in your abilities, more confident in your skills. Because a lot of mediums, they second guess what they're getting. A lot of mediums will second guess, be like, "Oh, am I thinking that, or have I been given that?"
Yes.
So I can use hypnosis to make it so you're not second guessing. You're confident in your skill of what you can do, giving you that confidence to go up there and be like, "Yeah, I know I can do this." And when you've got that confidence, that nerve, this energy, that block, that spiritual block is going to disappear. If you get me. So that's one thing we can do. Just make you feel good about yourself, that you can do it. And you know you can do it. You just second guess yourself. And that's with everything in life, you second guess, don't you? And also when you're if you are in hypnosis, you can get messages through spirit quite easily if you are a mediumship, if you're a medium and you're tuned in. Because I always find that with hypnosis, you tend to go deeper than you would with meditation. And as you know, with meditation, that is when spirit will come and you can get messages pretty easily if you are open to it. But with hypnosis, we can take you down to that deep, deep level of hypnosis. That way and also give you suggestions that spirit can come in and give you messages. So it's like spirit have got like a pass to come in and give you more messages. And there could be also another thing, there could be also a block, whatever it is in that subconscious as well, that you might not know of. So hypnotherapy can help remove that block, therefore helping you receive more messages if you want to help your mediumship.
So I have a control problem. So it can sound awful me saying that. Maybe it's a fear. I had an issue where I remember coming out of my body once, and it kind of shocked me to a point. Then I've always struggled to let go. I'm doing trance or physical. I've always struggled to get into that space. Is that purely because of that experience?
Yeah, could be that experience and other things as well. You might be thinking back to that experience. Because it is scary when you are getting overshadowed. Then it is scary. Something like a spirit is taken over you. You know, you're still there, but to make yourself be happy with doing that, to calm yourself down, hypnotherapy could definitely help with that as well. You know, just to make you more accepting of the spirit to come in and
It's
allow them to.
Many mediums will say, Paul, just surrender, just relax, just surrender.
But it's hard.
But it's not always. I mean, I find I surrender with mental mediumship, but physical, I find it a little bit harder. And especially when it affects me physically, when I can feel my body moving and my movements on my face. So then it brings me mindful of what's going on, where I don't want to be mindful. I want to be able to surrender to that. So it can help with that. That's exciting.
Yeah, it can. It can unblock whatever it is that's blocking that. And like you can have suggestions as well to specifically for that thing. Specifically? Yeah, that.
Specifically, I got braces on. Specifically, oh gee.
One to be wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you are, when you're in that hypnotic state and you're letting go of whatever it is that you need to let go of. Okay. I wouldn't say to you you need to let go of whatever it is that's stopping you from being a good mediumship or whatever. I would say let go of any negative thoughts, images, feelings, emotions, sensations. Okay. So you might feel colours, you might feel like you could feel like light in your head, you could feel images, but you'll feel yourself being able to let it go. Like there's a light above your head, pulling out and dragging out stuff.
Yeah.
And then after we'd chat and you'd be like, I remember that thing that you thought, oh my God, that happened. Now what do you think of that now? And you'd be like, it doesn't really bother me anymore, because it changes the perception of things. It's so powerful. Everyone should do hypnosis. Everyone should do hypnotherapy.
Yeah, especially because let's not just limit this to mediumship. If you're an artist or a poet, you know, and I know people that get creative blocks, so it could potentially help with creative blocks. It's wonderful, isn't it?
It can help. It can help with a lot of things, to be honest, because, like I say, that creative block is there, but there's a reason behind it. You know, like you say, it could. Your mediumship issue with the overshadowing stuff, that could be because of that time where you felt really like, oh my God, you know, and so you just need to remove that, whatever it was, and change your perception of that time to make it so, if you wanted to do it, you can.
Absolutely. And then we did, like I said, we spoke before we came on air. Have you found you're going into past life stuff as well with people?
I find that pretty easy. Past life regression, normally a lot of people have a lot of things to say with past life regression, and it usually just comes out. But sometimes I will take someone into hypnosis. I take them quite deep with past life regression, and then I will say to them, you know, I'll get them to find a door, a bit like you would with mediumship, and to go through the door. And sometimes I've had people say to me, well, there's nothing. And I'm like, well, now what do I do? There's nothing here. So I'm like, I'll find another door. And we try and go like that. But what I've also found with that, if people don't get anything, then I will go and do emotional detox on them and unblock them. And then we will have the shift. They'll normally maybe end up crying, or something will happen. There is a block going on there. So I would say most people can go into past life regression, easy, but some people need a bit of help because they've got a block, or some people won't go into past life regression because they've not had a past life. Not everyone has had past lives.
Interesting. Okay, so is there anything, I mean, I'm so nosy, I can't help it. Is there any past lives that stick out to you without really?
Okay, I have got a few. Well, I can tell you a couple. I was doing a past life regression demonstration at the Mind Body Soul event in Kesgrave.
Yes.
So I was there on my stall, so I'd done a talk, and I took a lady into past life regression in front of the whole. There's about 40 of us in there at that point.
Okay.
And she come up with a date which was 89, I think. I don't know, sometime in the 15th century, I think. Well, anyway, and then she started going on about moonshine and alcohol and all this stuff, and then she give like, I can't remember what it was. I can't remember now, but she gave a location anyway. Well, anyway, it was all just like, okay. Afterwards, we Googled the date, and the date was when basically alcohol become legalized. So she had gone for that. No, this isn't the crazy thing, right? Is the fact that she went back to the date that I think Anne Boleyn was either born or killed. I can't remember, right?
Okay.
Which was a bit weird because the next talk was about Anne Boleyn.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So we were like, what the hell? Like, and he give the actual, I can't remember what it was. What was it? But she gave the actual location Anne Boleyn lived as well.
Right.
The next talk with Anne Boleyn. She never had any idea that Anne Boleyn was about the next talk, because I'm not really interested in Anne Boleyn. I had no idea, but it just worked out like that. I also had another lady. She came to me. She was most recent, actually. She wanted past life regression. I also find with past life regression, if people are spiritual and they go to these spiritual events, then they're better at past life regression. So she booked me for a past life regression.
Sorry, is that because they're open to it?
Yes, yeah, and they're very good at hypnosis as well, because they are open.
Oh, that makes sense.
They're very good at hypnosis as well. Not saying that they're the only ones that can be hypnotized, but they tend to be more, and they go more deeper into hypnosis than like a person that's not spiritual. But yeah, so this lady, she come to me and she was I'm a soldier, and I got killed. And I was like, okay, you know, thinking, okay. Well, anyway, and then she was giving me the Somme War, SOME, the Somme War. So I was like, what is this Somme War? I have no idea. Well, anyway.
A Somme, as in the First
World War.
Somme. The Somme was famous.
See, I didn't know. I was like, what's Somme War? Somme War. So anyway.
Yeah. It was the First World War, and it was a famous battle when so many people died.
Yeah, okay, so that's what happened, right? And she was given that, okay? And it was weird because I Googled that war, and the date it ended was on I think it was the date it ended, or it was the date it started. It was either started or ended. See, my brain ended on the 1st of July. And guess when her hypnotherapy session was? The 1st of July.
No way.
Yes. And she's a little lady, wouldn't know much about it, but she knew that date added up to our therapy session. So she had gone back to the Somme War on the 1st of July when she had a therapy session with me. It is I'm very interested in past lives, and it can give you some really good insight, especially also in your life now. When you can go back to past lives, sometimes it unlocks something that's going on in your life now, why you are the way you are, why you think the way you think. It's something that's been put in there from birth, because from a past life. And sometimes you can unlock that if you go into your past lives. Because there's some things, like this lady, there was things she had to do. She had to help going back to her past life to heal in this life.
So things she potentially had done in a past life, she had to come back and heal in life.
Yeah.
In some ways, making amends. I know Edgar Cayce used to talk about this a lot, about reincarnation and about how we're caught up in this constant wheel. It would make sense that we've done something wrong. We've got to make up for it in this life. That would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not just that. People who are like trapped in spirit as well, they are trapped. Like they can't go to where they need to be because there's something that's happened that's trapping them. And sometimes you can trap your previous spirit can be trapped here, so it needs help to get back. So I've had that happen before as well. So
can I break that down a little bit? Are we talking about the energy of that person is a bit trapped rather than the soul?
I think so. I think it must be the energy, to be fair. I've not really delved into it, but I have had clients that have had to help their previous selves to release something so they can go.
Like an energetic block, which is sometimes would fit with sometimes hauntings that you see that are a shadow, or they're just like a white mist and you see it moving from room to room. Energetically, the vibration of them could still be there. And that would make a lot of sense, because I know people that have gone away on holidays. So a lady I knew went to Greece and she went into this temple and she had this really strange experience where she just felt energy coming back to her. So yeah, it would make a lot of sense. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's very surreal when that happens, because and they come out of my therapy and they're just like, they feel lighter. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
why, but they feel lighter and like more energized, more focused because of what they've just done in their session.
Okay, guys that won't believe in this, so there'll be some guys who go, oh, I'm not sure if I
Oh,
believe.
yeah.
And do you know what? That's the point though, isn't it? You're coming out feeling better,
Yep.
energized, releasing something. So even if you're not really I'm not sure if I believe, give it a try.
Yeah.
Because you never know what results you're going to find. And I've had experiences with past life regression. A gentleman called Paul Ambilian, I did a course with him for a weekend, and I had the most amazing experience right at the end, though. But that did take me quite some time before I got there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until pretty much the last afternoon on the weekend that I got something. And it did actually bring something up in me that I'd suffered with, which then after seeing that, I didn't anymore. And that was a medical issue. It's really interesting, isn't it?
Very interesting. Very weird.
Yeah, in terms of because, like I said, you're doing so much hypnosis in many different aspects and different ways.
Yeah.
In terms, I've always wanted, because you've started doing on stage as well, where I'm not saying you're going to make people cluck like a chicken.
I can.
Well, how does that even happen?
It, like I say, when you are in that nice, relaxed state of hypnosis, that subconscious mind is fully open. You are fully aware. So when you are given suggestions, you are just more open to having fun with it, and it's basically like I'm giving you a suggestion and it feels like this compulsive that you have to do it, but like you have to, like you feel this compulsion to cluck like a chicken. But in saying that, not everyone is going to do it. Hypnosis works better, like for stage hypnosis, if the people that come on the stage are fun people who are just like, who would like that after a couple of pints, who would just want to have a laugh anyway, because there's no, yeah. So no, even though you see hypnosis and you think, oh my God, it must be mind control, it's really not. You are in complete control the whole time. You can choose not to do what I've told you to do, but people don't, because people are so like, they so want to do it, it's how to explain it really.
So basically, people are more open-minded to the auto-suggestion and what other people are. Do you find there is people that can't be hypnotized?
Everyone that comes to me will be hypnotized. I've never not been able to hypnotize anyone, purely for the fact is they come to me for change and they want to make change. Okay, I don't work with people who have been forced to me maybe by their mum or their dad or their wife wants them to stop smoking, because they're not going to go into hypnosis. If they don't want to make change, they'll just sit there and be like, not take any suggestions on board. So I'm not going to work with people like that. So I have 100% to get people in hypnosis just basically because they want change. And obviously they're paying to have change as well, so they might as well go into hypnosis and do the suggestions, that I need them to do. When it comes to stage hypnosis, then that's a tricky one, because you're normally in a bar or a club or whatever. So you're going to have skeptics there, and you're going to have people obviously that don't believe. You're going to have people that are drunk. So you have to be careful about who you select to come on the stage. Normally what I do is I will do a suggestion test, suggestibility test, okay? I will explain what hypnosis is, what it isn't, basically, and then I'll get them to do a test. And this suggestibility test is normally getting their fingers to stick together or something like that, something easy. And the people that are, their fingers they can't pull apart, they're going, I can't pull my fingers apart. I know that them people are very suggestible, and I know that I can get them up there and they will be good subjects. But people that go, no, I can do it. I'm like, no, I don't want you on my stage. You can stay there. So basically, that is basically what I do.
Okay. That's really interesting, because that basically means that people are, from a private session, if people are of mind to do that, because you don't just do hypnosis for an emotional detox, you do all the practical things like stop smoking. Like I've got a fear of going on planes. I hate planes.
There you go. Oh, that's easy. That's easy sorted, that one.
Really?
Fears and phobias are so easy to get rid of. If only people knew.
Is that life though?
Nah, well, it could be connected to a past life, but I wouldn't use past life regression on that.
I think I might have been the man with the wings on the tower that tried to fly. you know, and that's
Yeah.
not what.
But no, I wouldn't use past life regression with that. I would use an emotional detox, and then I would go for the fear or phobia direct. And then I would give suggestions to make you feel really good about yourself, that you can do it, you will do it. Really plant those suggestions in, because then you're going to think back, and your subconscious is going to tell you that you stop being an idiot. You can get on that plane. Not saying that fears and phobias you're an idiot for them, but it's because your subconscious mind is taking over your logical brain, because your logical brains know that you're going to be fine on that plane. You're probably the safest. You're more safe on a plane than you are in a car. So your logical brain knows that, but your subconscious brain is coming over and saying, no, you're not, you're going to die, da 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 da, or whatever, you know. And then, so what happens is, with hypnosis, is I silence that subconscious brain to work with the logical brain, so they're working together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how about more difficult addictions, like obviously your experience with your brother? Can you help people in that sense?
Yes. I've had quite a few clients that have been addicted to cocaine. The only thing that I need from them is they want to quit. If they're not wanting to quit, then again, hypnosis is not going to work for them. They've got to be at bottom level. Then they've got to want to come back up again. Maybe what they're at rock bottom, that they've lost their kids, or they've got to want to make change. And with that, I'll do emotional detox. So I tend to do that with every session, because it's so good. And then I will tackle the addiction, but I tackle it in a way that makes them accountable for what they're doing. It is a quite a harsh session, but I make them accountable. I make them feel the guilt that they've put their family through. I make them really feel bad about what they've done, but it works. It works. It is, and I'm the same with quitting smoking as well. And I do an alcohol control session where I may use a bit of that, and I'm a bit nicer on that one. But with those two sessions, I tend to be a little bit more harsher, because it works. If you make someone accountable for what they're doing, they're going to quit. And when it comes to like smoking, I will make the client, if they're serious about quitting smoking with me, I'll make the client cut down their cigarettes a week before they even come to see me. And then on the day they come to see me, I will not work with them if they've had one cigarette. They need to have none on that day. That's how much I want. Obviously, I'm going to want this to work, and they want it to work. So I need dedication from the start.
Yeah.
So they're the more sort of technically ones, but they only take one session. That's one session.
Again, it's a suggestion of the mind that creates the power.
Yeah.
You know, so therefore, okay, are we just all weak? We can't do.
No.
Sorry. I gave up smoking 30 odd years ago, but that was due to difficult circumstance. Also, or suggestion is the biggest key to hypnosis.
Yeah, it really is the biggest key.
It sounds really quite simple, but it's not that simple, is it?
To be fair, it is. It's a simple process. It really is, you know. But yeah, I mean, the things you've got to be so careful also when you've got someone in hypnosis. They are very suggestible. They're in that suggestible state, so you have to be careful as hypnotists what you are saying to them. You know what you're giving them. But yeah, I mean, hypnosis can be as hard or as simple as you make it.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
I'm just the hypnotist. It's the client that's doing the work. You know, it's up to them to do the work, because hypnosis is an internal state. I'm giving them suggestions, but they're the ones doing the work. So sometimes I might even be quiet in our sessions. I mean, it's quite hard for me because I'm not normally quiet, but I'll sit there because I know that they're processing something. I know that something's going on. So I tend to leave them, because they do not need me butting in when they're trying to let go of whatever it is they need to let go of. So I sometimes leave them quietly as well.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense. I know with the stage hypnosis, I can tell by your passion that stage hypnosis is more about showing the public of what they're capable of and what can be done.
What their mind is capable of,
And I get that, and I love that. And like you said, it is fun, but it's so powerful. In terms of healing, has anyone ever come to you when they've been ill, or
like with what sort of it really depends on the
one? So I guess what I'm trying to say is the healing benefits of hypnosis are massive.
Yes. If someone is struggling, say they have an illness,
Mm.
okay, and they are struggling, they're in pain, sometimes hypnosis can help with the pain as well. And also normal, like if you get in like headaches and stuff, it can also help with headaches, depending on what the cause is of the pain, obviously. So, you know, it really depends if hypnosis will help, but it can help. And if people are going through like maybe cancer treatments or something like that, hypnosis can also help with the mind, you know, to help them calm themselves. And when people are calm, they're more susceptible to the treatments and stuff. And because you know what it's like when you've got a calm mind, calm body, you know, it can help with treatments. So yeah, it really depends on the.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So can I ask you, how do you offer your services? Because I believe you do them on Zoom, don't you?
Yes, I do. I see my clients in Zoom, and I also on Zoom, sorry, and I also see them in my therapy room as well. So yeah, in person.
And you're based in Ipswich, just so
Yeah,
people know. If someone in Malaysia wants to
yeah,
come,
he can come, yeah, or she can come over Zoom, yeah.
you're in
Yeah,
old Ipswich, and so yeah, there's opportunity there for people to come and meet you in your clinic, and then also online as well, which is marvelous. Hayley,
it's a lot easier.
honestly, it feels like I've just gone that quick, but yeah, gone so quick. But I wanted to ask you, what's next for you? I know this is your passion, but what's next for you in this field?
My this field, I need to discover my niche, because at the moment I do a bit of this, bit of this, bit of this, bit of this, but I feel like I need to come down on one thing. Although still do other things, come down on one thing only. But I'm so passionate about everything, it's hard for me to think of one thing. Also, I'm doing more on my TikTok. I'm going doing more lives and stuff. That was pretty daunting, but you know, we get there. And obviously videos and stuff. So I'm promoting myself, marketing myself more as well. And also what I do, more stage shows. Yeah, so I'm just happy where I am, and yeah. So
Great.
yeah, that's basically it.
Guys, I'll get all the links and all the information from Hayley after the podcast, and I'll put them into the comments so you can check them out. You can check Hayley's progress. And Hayley, we just look forward to what's coming in the future and what you're going to be doing. But then I was gonna say to you, actually, I love your passion, full stop. So maybe it's not the time to come down on niche. Just keep doing what you're doing. And getting that out there, getting the power of hypnosis out there into the world, I think is important. But Hayley Adams, thank you so much for coming on Spiritual Talk
No,
TV. It's been an absolute blast. Thank you for
it's
coming
been
on.
fun.
It has been fun.
It has been fun.
So, guys, but we'll be back with another great podcast and another brilliant guest. But for now, bye everyone, and we'll see you very soon.